Hello, my royal lovelies. Welcome back to the channel, and as always, welcome to my home. In today's video, I want to talk about Prince Harry, but not just Prince Harry, Prince William as well, with regards to the Queen Mother's legacy. So I'm talking about Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, not Queen Elizabeth II. Right, so much has been spoken, I suppose, about Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother. Over the years, there is a William Shawcross biography of her life, and of course he had access to records and papers and all that kind of thing. So the most accurate biography of the Queen Mother's life is the William Shawcross official biography that was written after her passing. One of the things that people often wonder is, of course, about her wealth. And of course, she was an incredibly wealthy woman. Of course, she was married to King George VI, and then she became a dowager queen known as the Queen Mother because she was the mother of the next sovereign. And there was a lot at the time, I remember, in the media when I was young about the Queen Mother being in debt and, racking up lots of royal debt. And I think Her late Majesty covered the Queen Mother's sort of debts. But there was a lot of money behind her. So that's how she kept on being able to get the credit from the banks to be able to have all of these things, and she'd spend it on, entertainments and all the rest of it. So I want to read a little bit about her wealth and how that is going to affect William and Harry when they reach the age of 40. So William's already got there, but Prince Harry being 39, he's almost there. So we'll get to that in due course. So 8 years before her death, Elizabeth the Queen Mother had reportedly placed 2/3 of her money, which was an estimated £19 million, into trust funds for the benefit of her great-grandchildren. In her lifetime, she received £643,000 a year from the then civil list, which was the way of funding the monarchy at the time, and spent an estimated £1 to £2 million annually running her household. So, of course, she did also undertake public engagements, which, that £1 to £2 million would have covered as well. But by the end of the 1990s, her overdraft was said to be around £4 million. She left the bulk of her estate, estimated to be worth 50 to 70 million, including paintings, Fabergé eggs, oh how fabulous, jewellery and horses to her surviving daughter, Queen Elizabeth II. Under an agreement reached in 1993, property passing from monarch to monarch is exempt from inheritance tax, as is property passing from the consort of a former monarch to the current monarch. So a tax liability estimated at £28 million, 40% of the value of the estate was not incurred, so no inheritance tax was paid. The most important pieces of art were transferred to the royal collection by Queen Elizabeth II. Following her death, the Queen successfully applied to the High Court so that details of her mother's will would be kept secret. This brought criticism from Labour politicians and segments of the public, and the Queen eventually released the outlines of her mother's will. And I do have a few outlines to talk about. So, with relation to how things were distributed, we obviously know that the bulk of it went to the Queen, where inheritance tax was not paid. So I just want to talk a little bit about Prince Harry and William's wealth before we get onto the Queen Mother's section. So as we know, before Diana's passing in Paris in 1997, she had gone through a divorce with Prince Charles, as he was then. Now, of course, he is the king. And she received round about £12.5 million from Charles. Now, of course, when she passed away, that was inherited by Prince William and Prince Harry. But because they were young, it was put in trust, and there were stipulations put on it. So the bulk of it was split, which they received on their 30th birthdays. And of course, it had grown in that time by to about £10 million each. And in 2014, William and Harry inherited their mother's wedding dress. You'd think that they would have had it already. No, it was actually in the care of Earl Spencer, and it was on display at Althorp. But they actually got that back, along with many other personal possessions, including dresses, jewels, letters, and paintings. The brothers also received the original lyrics and score of Candle in the Wind by Bernie Taupin and, of course, Elton John, which he performed at Diana's funeral. It was reported in 2002 that when each of them reached 21, they would share £4.9 million. And then, this is where it gets very interesting, when they reach age 40, they would share the remaining £8 million. But again, there is a little bit of, shall I say, discrepancy between how much William and Harry receive each. So you'd think it would be a 50-50 split, but it's not. So it was reported that Harry would inherit the bulk of that £8 million when he turns 40, which is not too far away. And that is because it was said that obviously William would inherit the throne and have all the financial benefits of being king eventually. And of course, the Duke of Cornwall as he is now. So Harry was actually bequeathed a bigger proportion of the wealth from the Queen Mother than Prince William. Now this, I think, is a little problematic because obviously now, well, it was intended, of course, expected that Harry would continue working, in the firm. He would remain as a working royal in the royal family. And of course, he has now backed out. So, does Harry deserve the lion's share of that 8 million? So, Harry has got that literally coming up. And I still think that is on the cards. So, in September, literally we're talking, not that many months away, Harry could inherit close to, maybe 6-7 million. I mean, I don't know exactly what the split is, but £6 or £7 million could be winging its way to Montecito from the late Queen Mother. Now, of course, that was her wishes, and I think many people will be of the opinion that what's in a will should be carried out. However, like I said, there has been changing circumstances. Things did not pan out how the late Queen Mother thought that it should. So not only is Harry going against the Queen Mother's wishes of I suppose, and expectations of being a working royal, but that money is now going to, leave this country and it's going to go all the way over there for Harry to spend on goodness knows what, maybe more security because he feels so unsafe. Anyway, I just thought that was an interesting point to raise, and I don't think anyone has picked up on that yet. So do let me know in the comment section below, what do you think about Harry inheriting the bulk of that money? Let me know. Do you think he should have it, or do you think he should forfeit that money because he has flown the coop and and eloped all the way to North America? Thank you for watching this video. If you have enjoyed it, please give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to share on social media, and of course do hit that bell so that you know whenever I upload a new video. So from me, until next time, mwah to you all, and goodbye.